Hello and welcome back to Star Trek: The Next Generation, a final Unity. When we last left off, we arrived at Simcoe 4 at the Mertens Orbital Station. Let's see if my fellows have anything to say about this.
Mr. Data, any suggestions?
I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
You always suggest that. Troy?
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions right now.
Figures. Riker?
Any suggestions, number one?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any suggestions.
Mr.
Nothing.
Worf, you're a
Captain, we should check it.
Okay, fine. Let's contact
Admiral
Starfleet.
Williams here. What can I do for you, Captain?
Well, everyone wants me to contact you. What's our current situation, Admiral? Anything in particular we should be aware of?
What is the current situation, Admiral? Is there anything in particular we should...
Actually, things are relatively quiet right now. The only cause for concern is all the Romulan activity in the area.
Good to know. And as you can see, this seems to be like a photograph of somebody that's been superimposed onto a green screen. You'll notice a lot of the minor characters seem to be just a bit more realistic because they could probably get better pictures. So, let's see, confirm our current orders.
I'd like to confirm our current orders.
Of course. The Mertens Orbital Station at Simcoe 4 has been attacked.
Yeah.
As the closest Federation starship, the Enterprise is obligated to help the Simconians repair the damage and evacuate the wounded.
Of course the Enterprise is the closest Federation starship. Although it kind of makes sense in this case because we were on a border patrol at the Romulan, neutral zone, so, yeah, we would be the closest one. It's not like Star Trek Generation when, it starts off on Earth and they're like, oh, by the way, you're the closest ship. It's like, huh? They haven't even left the solar system. But whatever. This case, it works. What's your assessment of our recent performance?
What's your assessment of our recent performance?
The Enterprise's presence in this region has set a lot of minds at ease,
That's
but
good.
I'm still concerned about the Romulan activity in the area. Look sharp, Captain.
Okay. Well, Picard out.
Picard out.
So, I've contacted him like you wanted.
Mr. Data, any suggestions?
I suggest we
You already said that, but we already know we have to beam up to the top of the station and work our way down, it sounds like. So, ooh, we can head to the holodeck, but let's head to the transporter.
Beam down coordinates selected.
That's not a bad system, but I'm thinking... Yeah, Worf, take a breather.
Lieutenant Commander Data, please report to the transporter room.
That works. And we've also got some ensigns, Karlstrom and Butler. We're not going to worry about that. Got a phaser, tricorder, medical pack, and a medical tricorder. That'll be all useful. So let's see. We're told...
Beam down coordinates selected.
Let's go here. Energize? Hey! That's cool. And now we are on the sort of point-and-click portion of the game. Let me save a state here, just in case. Let's see, we don't need to go to the transporter. Forge, yeah, crusher, data.
I can't say I like the looks of this. Data? Will we have to return here to beam out?
Perhaps not. As the station's shields weaken, the Enterprise sensors should be able to establish a transporter lock.
Okay.
Keep me advised. I want to know the instant the station's shields begin to fail.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Let's head to the left door. Uh-oh. Someone over here. Let's see. My God. Can they move slower? But how about we use medical tricorder on that trapped woman? See how she's doing.
I've got to talk to the engineers who built this place. The entire hull is lined with a liquid titanium-duranium alloy in a memory gel suspension. It's completely self-sealing.
That sounds kind of
You
cool.
mean the station heals itself?
That's one way to put it. The attack caused major structural damage. If this were any other station in the Federation, we'd be standing in a vacuum.
Well, that's nice. Shake a leg there, Crusher.
She's got multiple fractures in both legs. The bones in the lower part of her left leg are shattered. She's in shock and there's some internal bleeding.
That's not good.
All things considered, she's very lucky. I can take care of the worst of her injuries here, but I'd like to get her to sickbay.
Obviously. Well, let's see. Let's have Riker. No. Use phaser on that cable.
Can't cut any closer without endangering her.
Okay. How about we, oh.
I don't think that's the best.
Let's see. Crusher, why don't you move away? Can you... use the medkit on her
Can't do
now?
anything for her until we get that cable out of the way.
Okay, okay, come on. Let's see here. Ah, okay. Use tricorder on
indicate
the...
that this data transfer line was struck by a high-energy phased plasma beam.
Mm-hmm.
This cable's built for handling information, not energy. I'm surprised it didn't just vaporize when it was hit.
Okay. So then we... talk to Data,
Until
I
the
guess.
station's shields are lowered, the only transporting possible would have to originate from on board the station. We can attempt transport using coordinates taken from our tricorder readings.
Okay.
With all the damage this station's suffered, I'm surprised it's still holding together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the best thing to do.
A piece
I
of
don't
cable?
think that's the best thing to do.
The cable cannot be moved without risk of further injury.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, this is definitely not working out. Let's see here. Let's... load state 3. And let me go right back to where we were 1 second. Okay, we're back here. Unfortunately, this is one of those games where you really have to do everything, like, in order. This is sort of like Star Trek, the 25th Anniversary Edition, or Judgment Rights. So, let's start with using the medical tricorder on the trapped woman.
She's got multiple fractures in both legs. The bones and all things considered, she's very lucky.
Okay, we can do that. Then, let's use the regular tricorder on the big cable.
It's a data transfer line. Some kind of weapon has burned through it.
This
Okay.
cable's built for handling information, not energy. I'm surprised it didn't just vaporize when it was hit.
Yep. Then we talked to Data.
A phaser burst at a low setting would pose no threat to her, and might cut through the cable.
Okay. Fire phaser at data transfer line.
I couldn't risk firing any closer to her.
Okay. Hopefully. Ah, okay. Yeah, so I did something wrong here. So now I need to do, have LaForge go all the way back to where we came from. Shake a leg, LaForge. Is there any way I can make you move faster? Doesn't seem so. Great. No. Yeah, walk to passage. Come back to where we first came out of. And here... should be able to use a tractor beam?
All primary subsystems are down. Inertial dampers, life support, no telling how long until these power surges overload the backups. We'd better hurry.
Transporter panel. So, use lock-on on the data cable and energize. Haha! And in this case, come on, there we go, boot. Come on, leave. There we go. This game is really particular. But we should be able to now go and help her out because we have pulled out the data cable, not by lifting it off of her, but by transporting it. Yay! This is definitely going to be one of those games, isn't it? But I wanted to play it. There's only myself to blame. So, let's use this medikit on the injured woman.
That takes care of the worst of her injuries. She's coming around now.
That's nice. Alright, let's let our commander say hi. How you doing?
I'll manage. You're from Starfleet, aren't you?
Yep.
Yes, we're from the Enterprise. We just arrived.
Thank goodness you're here. I'm Anna Bennett, Chief Medical Officer. Listen, we've got a lot of wounded here. How many can you evacuate?
We can get everyone, but not until we lower the shield.
We can't do that until we stabilize or jettison the power core.
Uh-oh. Yeah, what happened?
What happened here?
We were attacked, but I don't know who or what it was. I was headed for sickbay when something struck the hull and tore this cable loose.
That's not
Do you
good.
have any guesses who might have done this? Was there any warning?
We never knew what hit us. There was an initial attack which lasted maybe 10 minutes. Later, there was a hull breach and the power systems went crazy. I don't remember anything after that. I passed out.
Yeah, makes sense. Where are the rest of the station
Where are the
personnel?
rest of the station personnel?
Most of them probably escaped when Commander Wilde gave the order to evacuate after the first attack. But I know many are trapped and can't reach the shuttle bays.
Crazy?
What did you mean when you said the power systems went crazy?
It's this insane experiment Dr. Greaves and some of the other researchers put in place. A revolutionary power source. It's unstable enough to begin with. After sustaining damage like this, who knows what it'll do?
Yeah.
We've been reading some large power fluctuations. Is that normal?
How should I know? These maniacs. You know
Yeah.
what they've got down there? They plugged the biggest research station in the quadrant into a singularity, a black hole.
Oh, interesting.
Then why the energy fluctuations? Singularity-driven power sources are usually stable.
Greaves came up with some scheme to increase the energy output. Something about gravity waves. I don't know all the details, but it involved destabilizing the containment field.
That's typically not a good idea. How you doing?
How are you feeling?
I've been better, but I think I'm all right for now. Thanks again for your help.
We'll be back to check on you later. Right now, we've got to stop the core breach if we can.
All right. I think I'll be fine for now.
Let's see. Let's have Jordy give her a talk. No, looks like we don't have to worry about
As soon as
this.
the station.
All right.
Okay. So let's see. Let's head right.
It didn't work.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Shake a leg, LaForge. I'm beginning to miss running Cisco. Let's see here. Turbolift, that'll probably take us to administration, which according to the guide is where I need to go. Yep. Okay. Use control panel. That makes sense. Emergency systems. I guess so. Enter authorization code.
We
Well,
can't redirect life support power without the access code. Maybe Dr. Bennett knows it.
maybe. Hopefully. Let's see.
I don't see anything special.
Okay, let's use the exit. Okay, thanks. Locked window. Don't care about the window. Turbo lift. I guess we were on crew deck 2. Hopefully. Hey, BT Dubs, what's the password?
Doctor, we need your help.
What is it?
Well, we don't have the access code we need to switch life support to emergency power.
But that should happen automatically.
Theoretically.
Yes, only if main power has been interrupted. The core is about to breach its containment field, but it's still online.
So the emergency system never kicked in. But if there's main power, why shift to emergency power?
Main power is fluctuating so badly that it could overload the life support system any time now.
I warned them about using an inherently unstable power source. I never thought it would come to this. The code is 334L42.
Okay, let me write that down. 334L42. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. I think we'll be able to stabilize life support now. Then we'll see what we can do about the power core.
You should jettison that thing. If it breaches the containment field, life support will be the least of our problems.
Probably. We'll come back for you.
As soon as the station's out of danger. We're lucky. We won't have to jettison the power core. There's no way to know until I've had a look at it.
All right. I think I'll be fine for now.
As we just continue leaving this poor woman just lying down on, you know, this cold metal floor. Well, I assume it's cold. It could be, you know, boiling hot as well. That would also not be a good thing, but, like, Dr. Crusher, why aren't you staying with the wounded? Automatically, does that. Huh. What would happen if we, use emergency systems and shut down everything? Oh, emergency shutdown, restoring life support. Yeah, that's probably a good thing. Let me, load that back up. Let's power redirect. Life support disconnect from my operating emergency power level. Life support is stable at minimum levels. Okay, push the first button on the upper right and then the second button on the upper right. Exit the panel. Okay, then I guess we head to engineering? Oh, come on. I mean, I could just go down here, but whatever.
Amazing. It's using a plasma suspension beam to draw energy straight out of the main conduits.
Well, I think that's gonna be an episode here. When we come back, hopefully we will, get this thing done. Have a good one.